Greetings, this is Group 36 and in this presentation we'll be talking about the project management plan. So we'll start off this presentation by introducing ourselves. My name is Abdurrahman Idris and I'm the project manager of this group.
Hello, my name is Faisal Aswad.
And I'm Othman Al-Humaidi.
Greetings, my name is Ahmad Abu Fadali.
Hello, my name is Osama Al-Mansour.
In this presentation, we will talk about our project management plan for the next semester. The purpose of this project is to investigate the effects of reduced salinity water in enhanced oil recovery. The reason why we have chosen this topic is that this topic has been on the petroleum industry spotlight over the decade, while there are several theories behind this phenomenon of low saline water improves or enhanced oil recovery. Our advisor is Wathiq al-Mudaffar. He's our advisor because since he is more familiar with our project, moreover, he has done several research regarding oil recovery.
One of the major problems encountered during the project was not having a project advisor to guide us through the course of the project. The advisor in our case was considered a necessity given our inexperience with the project modeling using CMG. At the start of the semester, Dr. Cam has agreed to watch over our group progress, but the need for someone with modeling background was a must to achieve extracting data in our case. So the group then contacted Dr. Radonjic, where she agreed to be our temporary faculty advisor. During the course of our group meeting with Dr. Radonjic, she assigned the group members to write a summary of a thesis written by a former graduate LSU student to see the group's potential. Dr. Radonjic then was impressed with our group, but the need for a person with some background in CMG was still a priority in this project. So she suggested contacting some of the current graduate students, and that's where we met Wathiq al-Mudaffar, who has a tremendous background in modeling using CMG. Wathiq was then appointed as the project advisor after his approval.
In order to properly approach this project, we must plan our tasks at the start. Having said that, we will approach this project by finding reliable resources, mostly using OnePetro, arrange schedule meeting, and design a model using CMG.
Project scope. The project will consist of two main parts. The first part will be literature review and the second part will be simulation model. For the literature review, we will look on the theories proposed and the mechanism behind the improvement in oil recovery. We will also use available experimental results as we will not be able to use LSU labs. We will try to identify the key parameters that affect the oil recovery. For the simulation part, we will be using CMG program. The simulation part will explain the reservoir buildup procedures and how to insert the data and the simulation results. To ensure good quality, one or two of the key parameters identified from the literature review will be investigated. The results of the simulation model will be compared with the experimental results in the literature. Milestone list. The milestone list will help us to define the objectives that need to be accomplished to successfully complete the project. All milestones are provided here with their delivery dates. Schedule baseline and work breakdown structure. Work breakdown structure will help to organize the project parts and will help to divide the work among the team members. The work breakdown structure is chronologically organized and it defines the tasks that must be performed to successfully complete the project. In this slide, there is the work breakdown structure and its dictionary. Change management plan. This will help to define the actions that needs to be taken in case a change to the project must be made. Most changes are likely to be the parameters selected for the simulation model. If the parameters selected must be changed due to its complexity, then other parameters must be selected and relevant literature must be chosen to replace the previous one.
In order for our group to achieve full communication, certain methods were developed. First of all, members who are assigned on creating and building the model through CMG are required to write a report. In addition, when any group members find any sources that benefits our project in some way, they are required to share it via email. And both the first and second bullet points are frequently discussed in our group meetings. Finally, the results in our group meetings are then sent to our group advisor. Our project doesn't have a serious cost plan since a big part of it relies on modeling with CMG. However, the only cost comes from attending classes that offer CMG lessons. Moreover, the costs are being managed by Othman and approved by Abdurrahman. Lastly, the costs are reported to all team members to discuss on how much each team member have to contribute. Since our project only focuses on modeling, we only need computers with CMG installed, and these are currently available in Patrick Taylor Hall. Moreover, the lessons are provided in another state, so we have to contact our advisor to see if these lessons are beneficial or not. Our project scope is defined as follows. Meetings are going to be held once or twice a week to ensure the group's progress. Moreover, attending lessons offered for CMG must prove useful, otherwise we're wasting time. And finally, we're aiming to finish and review our project before May 2016.
Schedule management plan. Here are the main milestones that we have planned in order to have a head start with the project, and each work breakdown structure code divides and branches out to even more tasks that Osama will further explain. Since none of us have a background with the CMG simulation or design modeling, I will attend a CMG training course in Houston, Texas during the winter break. Furthermore, Wathiq will help Uthman and I in designing a reservoir model according to the further advanced research. In the meantime, Osama and Ahmed will further search for reliable resources in order to narrow our topic even further as we proceed. Nonetheless, Abdurrahman, as the project manager, will create for us a meeting schedule and meeting minutes that suits the advisor and us with efficiency.
Risk Management Plan. Our project will be based on modeling program CMG to build the planned model. However, working in this program will be a big challenge for us due to our limited knowledge about CMG. To avoid any issues using the CMG in the future, we thought of taking training courses in Houston, Texas during the winter break to have a better idea on how to build a model. Unfortunately, 4 out of 5 students in the group will be going overseas during the Christmas break. Only Faisal will be staying in the States, and he will be going to those classes if time and circumstances were on his side. On the other hand, during building the model, next semester we might have some difficulties to organize our time because of our heavy load schoolwork like exams, homework projects, and so on. The biggest risk we think we have is building an appropriate model that fits our project goals. Therefore, besides the idea of taking CMG classes in Texas, our advisor Wathiq has an extraordinary knowledge about CMG as he worked on it several times before, and he is willing to help us as long as our group do their absolute best to learn and build the model without counting on Wathiq's knowledge by itself. Risk Register. The risk register definition is a master document which is created during the early stages of the project, helping to track issues and address problems as they arise. Staffing Management Plan. Working on our project topic did not require a lot of resources. Therefore, it was one of the reasons to choose CMGs as a resource which will substitute many others. Another resources we use will be based on academic researchers like OnePetro, SPE, LSU Library Database, and several others as needed. The main purpose of these resources is to provide information and data for our topic. In addition, some resources are used to maintain a better understanding of how to use the CMG simulation program. Cost baseline. Our project cost baseline can vary from $0 to $1,500 depending on the necessity of taking the CMG training course at Houston, Texas, and the availability of the group member Faisal to take the course. The course costs about $1,500. Therefore, if the group decides it's better not to take the course, the cost baseline will be always negligible since all our work will be only based on CMG and reading some resources.
The project will depend on both the literature review and the simulation model To ensure decent quality for the project, quality standards must be clarified. First of all, the literature review part of the project must properly summarize the important points in any used paper. It should not be too long that the reader cannot see the important points, and it should not be too short that it misses some points, information, or discussion. Additionally, the experiment papers used in the project must have relevant parameters investigated, which are the same parameters selected for the simulation model in the project. Any quotations or work of others used from the literature must be properly cited to give the authors appreciation for their work. To ensure a good quality of the simulation model, the simulation will focus on the effect of only one or two parameters that affects the oil recovery, which are selected by the group members, as it's very difficult to account to all affecting parameters. The simulation result must match with the experiment results summarized from the literature. Any mismatch between the simulation results and experimental result must be adequately and reasonably explained and resolved, so at the end we can present a decent project. Our group decided to create a Gantt chart to illustrate the project schedule by setting start and finish dates. The chart considered a summary of the project milestone that was discussed previously by Osama. Our group is bound to follow the chart next semester to achieve the common goal of finishing the project within the given time. Any changes or additions to the milestone list will change the chart accordingly.